I'm glad you could join me today. So as you see, I'm all set up to do my orange juice. Got that thing going. Got my juice presser. It's orange because it's for orange juice. Got my oranges from the tree, the same ones you saw in the bag earlier. Oh, my camera's up here. I got that right. The same ones you saw in the bag earlier. Got my handy dandy knife, safety first. I keep it in the sink unless I really need to use it. And got my container, which I'll be filling up with delicious orange juice. You probably won't get any because of distance learning. So there's that. It's a simple process. Damn. That's about it. Oh, Sylvie. Damn. Guess what, Sylvie? I'm talking to my dog too. None for you. So a few things on my press. I do love my press. I chose the color orange purposely because, as I said earlier, I'll be using it for oranges. It didn't make sense to get a black one, even though it might have matched my kitchen a little better, minus the pink walls, of course. Anywho, this is about it. Usually takes about, since you're asking, I know you're going to ask before, it takes about 5 oranges to fill up this little container. When I was selecting the juicer, I did mess up. I did not select the juicer with a lot of clearance underneath from here. So I have to put a little container to catch the juice and pour that into my bigger container. It's a bit of a process, but of course, Mr. Hendricks has thought of it all because I've had lots of practice with it. That's why. That's it. There we go. Nice and easy. Got my little container or a little trash bag to keep my orange peels in after they're exhausted. I always do. My dad taught me this. I don't know why. And same with lemons. I always put a couple down the garbage disposal. They say to clean it out or whatnot. So I just pour this over, come over my sink to minimize the spillage. There we are. I'll try to speed this up as this is going to take a long time. And I don't know how long you'll tune in for. But I'm not going to go that much faster. Got the sniffles. Need to close the window. Oh, she's sleeping. The dog's sleeping. My wife just came back from some little park. And they're sleeping. She's sleeping on the floor right here. You can't see her. You probably won't. She's actually directly under where the computer is. So my orange tree usually bears the most fruits, but I know you're also wondering this. Around, I think in the winter time, the end of winter, maybe January or so, I think. No, I'm sorry. It actually bears fruit all year round. What was that? I think a seed fell. Acting scary. It actually bears fruit year round. The thing is, there's always fruit on the tree, but I usually try to wait until the fruit fall off the tree naturally. I don't like to pick them because when they fall off, I feel then that's when they're ready. They're meant to be. I haven't actually made juice in a while because the last time I did make juice, they were still kind of tart. So I waited a while to see what happens. These have been on the floor. These have been on the floor maybe almost 5 days. I saw them, and the ones that don't break when they fall, I put them aside, leave them in the sun so they still get some moisture or some warmth. And then when I feel I have enough to make juice, then I'll pull them all inside, which is what I did this morning right before your class. I did say that I was going to send out a picture of me taking that, I guess, doing orange juice. I guess I will make a picture because I want to be a man of my words, but I also sent this link out. And this is more of a test to see if I know what I'm doing with YouTube. Yeah, this is new to me. I actually hate recording myself. I don't know if you would know why I don't like recording myself. Some of you could try to guess, but I don't think anyone will ever guess. Maybe. If you know me well enough, you'll know why I don't like to record myself. I actually don't like taking pictures of myself and all that stuff. The main reason, honestly, honest reason, I don't like evidence like that. It's just a paper trail. I'm old school like that. My wife likes to order things online. I don't. She likes to order food to deliver to the house. Nope. They don't need to know where I live. I'll go pick up my food. My car works. All right, that's how I get down. I always like to use cash when I go out because they don't need to trace my credit card transactions and find out where I am, where I spend my money. I'll spend my money where I want to. If they really want to know where I spend my money, they could follow me around, right? They could really put their work in. They find out where I spend my money. I'm not just going to give them that information if I don't have to. So that's why I don't like recording myself, right? It's funny when I go to the ATM machines, I cover my face, even though I'm putting my code in and stuff like that. I cover my face. When I'm in the supermarkets and I see closed captions, I see the little closed circuit security, CC securities. I try to cover my face. It's wonderful now. One of the upsides is I can wear a bandana, and I have plenty of face masks at home, but I love wearing a bandana just because it's funny to me. So I wear a bandana when I go out because normally, when can a black man walk into a store with a bandana and not get sweated? Never, except for during COVID. So I seized the opportunity to do so. You know, that's really honestly how I think. So one thing I will tell you about squeezing orange juice is you do have to pay attention. Since I'm using a smaller cup to fill up this other thing, I stopped talking for a moment because I had to look at what I was doing. I almost overfilled it. I try not to overfill it because one, I have to clean up stuff. More importantly, is then I'm wasting orange juice. I don't like to waste things either. I can use everything if possible, but not enough for me to keep a compost because I think that attracts rodents and stuff like that. I don't want to mess with all that. Try to keep it clean outside. Except now I have a dog, which is dirty inside my house, laying on the floors, such and such. Almost done. I could tell you already, these oranges smell sweeter. This is going to be a sweeter batch than before. I could tell already, just by the smell. I might have to pour this out one more time. We'll see what happens. But I have 2 oranges left. I think I actually never count how many oranges I squeezed. I know Mr. Mendez asked me one time, hey, how many oranges, blah, blah. Like, who cares? I do it so damn much, no one cares. But I'll tell you, this amount that I have right here, well, doing the math, it was 16 oranges. About 16 oranges. What I'm doing right here is I'm taking a knife and just squeezing this, rattling this around. Because there's a bunch of pulp and seeds in here and I haven't drained it. So I'm kind of just moving it around so that I can get all the juice to come out. That's it. So this is going to be filled. I'm not going to have enough space for this. That's okay. I get to enjoy something. Oh, I realized I did that. Here we are. Here we are. Better right here. The light is messed up. I have a light under here. Let me turn this off to see if it makes a difference. Understand I'm lying. It doesn't make a difference. I think this camera just sucks. But there's that. I'm gonna leave that right there. I have one last orange to do and I'm done. Oh, I messed up there. That wasn't smart. Wasted a whole bunch of orange juice. I'll probably lick that up when I'm done. Then here we are. Okay. Gonna put a couple orange peels down the garbage disposal just to make it smell clean, but I'll run that later. That's that. Now I just clean up and dump stuff in the trash and I'm all done. This other little bit of orange juice that I have here, I usually just sample it myself. So the juicer is pretty straightforward. I got it on Amazon. I forgot how much. It's gonna be more than $20, $30. I got it a long time ago. As soon as I realized I could make my own orange juice, and the oranges got good actually. So that's that. I was gonna show you the pieces, but I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes. Nah, I don't care about the time. I'll show you the pieces. So this is like a little grill thing that the oranges sit on, and I squeeze them down with a little lever right? This is a fulcrum, basically. Just squeeze them down with the lever. So I had the option to get, when I was looking for juicers, I'm like, oh, maybe I should get an electric juicer. People say you get the ones where you just put it on top and it spins. I chose not to get that. Why did I choose not to get that? Because it has a motor. It has more parts to go wrong. This does not have a motor, right? So all it has is a lever that goes up and down. So what I do is I put some olive oil in here. I tighten these up every now and then. That's about it. And my arms work. So that'll always be reliable. So that's that. Hold on. It is sweeter, Jackie. It is. I made this too. I think it was 16 oranges. Okay. Thank you for your time. I was recording it. Oh. Yeah, we're getting it. Let's see how that works.